Heya Cryptozens! Tonight's show. Optimism DAO launches. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time. The date is June 2nd, 2022. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. My name is Nicodemus. I'll be your host. The cover model, Mousecat, and co-host for this podcast is Tex. And together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. So take a minute, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast now, because we're here at 10 p.m. every night so that when you leave in the morning, you're taking with you the crypto news analysis that you need to start your day. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. Optimism is having a hard time these days. I meant the DAO, but maybe the sentiment also. Optimism is a layer 2 scaling solution. They use what's called optimistic rollups. They use them to process transactions off the Ethereum blockchain. And their claim is that they can operate smart contracts 5 to 500 times cheaper than Ethereum's layer 1. Right now, Optimism as a platform accounts for about $500 million in total value locked. That comes from 30 different projects like Synthetics and Uniswap. Well, a few months ago, back in April of 2022, some rumors started. Rumors of a new token. That was because Optimism published a blog post called A New Title, which talked about the team's past performance and future plans. So rumors went on for a while. Some tokens associated with the rumors went up in value, and in a bear market, that's always appreciated. Other tokens did not. In the fullness of time, and by that I mean April 26th, Optimism announced their plan. The Optimism Collective. Well, this was the moment that Optimism fans had been waiting for. Rumors of an Optimism DAO were true, and as a part of their bicameral governance scheme was something called a token house. Token house is your typical governance by token function. Token's name, in this case, is OP. And they announced what people had been hoping for. OP would be getting distributed via airdrop. Airdrops. Because their announcement read, quote, OP will not have an airdrop. It will have an entire season of airdrops. And there were 250,000 eligible addresses for this airdrop. 5% of the token's 4.29 billion total supply was dedicated for the airdrop. And then another 14% would unlock over the course of the next 4 years. They have a chart on their website. It shows planned drops all the way through those 4 years. Now, this was planned to be the first in a series of drops. And that didn't go well. It went early, but it didn't go well. And here's what I mean. The airdrop was messed with. It was expected to go live officially on Tuesday. Some people were able to claim the tokens early. You see, it was in the project's Discord channel that word got out. One of the moderators from the Optimism team said that some users were able to claim the tokens early. And they were able to do that by interacting with the smart contract while the team was busy making sure that the drops functionality was going to work as designed. Sounds like a flaw to me, because only authorized users should have been able to interact with that smart contract during the deployment phase. Let's take a quick look at the markets. At the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is $1.25 trillion, which is a slight improvement from the $1.23 trillion of yesterday. It's up 1.77% in 24 hours. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin up 1.97%, Ethereum up 1.34%, Tether, USDC, and Binance Coin up 1.94%. Now, keep in mind, there had been no prior announcement of the airdrop date at this point. It was supposed to be a secret. However, word did get out, and then rumors going around that the drop would happen on Tuesday. So again, another security issue, but this time more of an info security issue. And while people were actively claiming OP, the Twitter account hadn't even announced the launch. Billy161, a member of the team, tweeted out, quote, The claim is not ready. Our provisioning infrastructure to handle the insane load that a token launch brings. Our announcement got front-run by centralized exchanges going rogue, which has created a frenzy. And yeah, that's kind of true, isn't it? OKX, they're one of the culprits. They announced their OP Tether and their OP USDC trading pairs would be available at 6 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday night. And people were unhappy with that. As one Twitter user with the handle 0xsisyphus put it, Optimism team just testing in prod and some lucky people selling their tokens ahead of us being unable to sell? The team did address this via tweet. They said, quote, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we deployed and loaded our smart contract with the OP tokens for drop number 1. Our biggest mistake here was failing to make this contract pausable. Claims were open, and we had no way to stop them. Now, other people, they got screwed up too. They went into this thing with the website telling them that, yeah, you're eligible for the drop. Now, that same website flipped them to be ineligible for unknown reasons. On their website, Optimism said that the purpose of the airdrop was to reward people who have been, quote, instrumental as early adopters and active users of projects in the Optimism ecosystem. So, the launch happened. OP was released to the masses, and as if on cue, there were reports of delays in both mainnet and remote procedure calls, which is not a good start for a token. Very much not a good start given how publicized this thing was. Throw in there that the people who were already mad because some people got a head start on selling their tokens first. And we're going to come back to that selling their tokens first mentality in a minute. Now, they did launch on Tuesday afternoon. They tweeted, quote, Sup sleuths, as you might have guessed, OP drop number 1 launches today. We have not officially announced yet, but we're already experiencing an all-time high demand. We knew everyone would be excited, but holy cow, y'all just couldn't wait for OP summer. And then later, at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, they announced the opening of the gates. They tweeted, quote, let the claims begin. And that 5:45 announcement was after people were already claiming their OP ahead of schedule. In addition, this was hours after OP had been trading on both centralized exchanges as well as DEXs. Well, the claims began, and OP crashed, and it crashed hard. It was down 70% in 24 hours. According to CoinMarketCap, it dropped from $4.50 to $1.20 each. At the time of writing, it's sitting at $1.47. It's up 21.4% in 24 hours. So, back in the napkin calculation, it's a market cap of around $5.1 billion, which may be off even still, since only 5% of the token supply is in the hands of investors who can actually trade it. Well, trading went on, and all this increased hubbub on Optimism naturally lent itself to more transaction delays, more frustration for the community, and further delays. In a tweet, Optimism said, quote, we significantly underestimated the amount of expected load deploying our claims user interface would have been on our public RPC endpoint. We quickly moved to massively expand resources available to serve our public RPC, a process which took several hours of coordination and waiting for the amount of load we observed. The global NFT market cap is up over $11.52 billion. Sales volume is down 1.73% in 24 hours. According to CoinMarketCap, the top 5 NFT collections by sales volume are Goblin Town, followed by Boki, Otherdeed, Bored Apes, and Moonbirds. Keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. So, Optimism has said that there are a lot of lessons to be learned from all this. They said that they would be, quote, publishing an extensive retrospective next week. And as mentioned, people are upset. A lot of people who got their token just dumped it and got free money out of the deal. They pushed down the price of what some folks feel should be a valuable token. Well, barely a day after the launch of OP, there was a proposal formally put out there. The proposal, put forward by community member 0xJohn, would ban any OP airdrop holders from future airdrops. And I can see the reason for their frustration. This is the governance token of a project that the person presumably cares about. These are early adopters, multi-sig signers, GitHub donors, and DAO voters. Most of them sold their token immediately, which is well within their rights. It's normal, actually. For an airdrop to be immediately dumped on the exchanges is pretty normal. I think it's designed that way to be kind of a payoff for the people that they can't or won't pay along the way. John isn't happy. He said, quote, "Have seen enough wallets collect the OP airdrop, swap it straight to Uniswap. These accounts are not playing a constructive role in the Optimism governance." And really, I get it. This is a very bearish bear market. No signs of letting up soon, so pocketing a little free cash makes sense. But that's not treating them like a governance token. And John pointed out one case. The address swapped roughly 32,000 OP for 45,000 USDC and then pulled it from the ecosystem. So John says, quote, "Why should Optimism Collective continue rewarding these kinds of mercenary actors who will dump their tokens on first sight? Why should any future airdrops reward these addresses?" And a lot of people seem to be on board. One example is crypto influencer Kobe. Well, he likes it, but he said that he can't support it enough to vote for it. He says it doesn't go far enough, and he made his much more strident proposals of his own. Optimism modded that post. They hid it, claiming that they thought it might be a parody of the original Kobe account. Kobe's response was, quote, "They do not want the common people to have their say." Now, for my part, I'll say this. It seems like a good proposal. It makes a lot of sense to me. These people have dumped the free coin that you gave them once. Why wouldn't they do it again? And even the first version that John proposed. But I do especially like the extensions added to it in the proposal by Kobe. Now, I'm not here to tell anyone how to run their business, but I think I would have put at least the first round or two of OP more carefully in the hands of those people unlikely to instant dump them on the market and more likely to care about what those tokens stand for. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then like, comment, and subscribe. Give us a glowing review, because that helps other people find their way to this podcast. And we're here each and every night at 10 p.m. Pacific, bringing you the crypto news analysis that you need to start your day. You can find us on podcasting platforms everywhere or on YouTube. Do you have questions or comments? Reach out and let us know. The email address is nick@cryptoovernighter.com. That's nick@cryptoovernighter.com. Or come find us on YouTube. Leave me a comment and maybe I'll read it. Good night, Genghis. See you, buddy.